feature slicing. And this may be new for you, but the idea here is that we're going to try not to do horizontal slicing, right? We're going to try not to say, well, this is what the entire database layer needs to look like in order to solve for this. This is what the entire experience looks like across the board from a UI perspective, and we're going to look at it and say, well, how can we take this feature and break it into smaller pieces that if we deliver each smaller piece, it will represent a complete usable thing that adds value for the user. And, in my example in the week-long video was, if you had a list of items that were search results that also had a filter. It could be that you just produce the list first, and then you make the list searchable, and then you add custom filters to it. And those could be 3 slices. And in fact, the filters themselves could be multiple slices depending on the complexity of them. But as long as they are complete deliverable things and there is no dependency. So again, in that example, it wouldn't make any sense to deliver the search without the list of things. So that wouldn't necessarily be a great vertical slice. You may prioritize that until after you have the results or you have the list of things. In a different example where you're producing a list is dependent on searching, it could be that you have to deliver the search and the list at the same time, but the list may be very rudimentary. It may not have a lot of bells and whistles associated with it in the cards that are returned. That's the sort of thought process you'll have to go through in thinking about what this feature is that you sketched the other day and how you can break it down into really small chunks that you can deliver, where each one represents a meaningful upgrade, a meaningful usable upgrade to the existing system. And not in such a way where you deliver something that's in fact not usable just because it's a larger part of something and it depends on that other thing to exist and you haven't delivered it yet. Output from this is just a breakdown of your feature slices. It could be taking those rough sketches. Maybe they have names for the things like filter, search, list, and describe what's in each one of them, and maybe you can take that part of the sketch and highlight it and show it, or take additional descriptions of what it actually means to deliver that thing. This is just going to help you sketch either on your own or with everyone else the refinement of this. Tough task, and if you've never done this before, but it should be very rewarding and help grow your thought process a little bit around building software and working in a space of continuous delivery. See you on day 4.